Oh, Sam, are you there? I have some really, really big news to share with you.
Good morning, Tanya. I'm glad you seem to be in such a good mood this morning. So what's this big news that you want to tell me?
Well, my big news for you is that I want to call off our engagement.
Wait, what? Are you serious?
That's right. I can't marry you anymore, I'm afraid.
Hold on, is this some kind of joke or something? What do you mean by that?
I mean, I can't marry you anymore. But don't worry, I have a very good reason for all of this, so it's okay. Anyways, goodbye, Sam. And thanks for everything.
Hold on a second. You can't just tell me that you have a reason for why you don't want to marry me anymore and then just go away.
Are you sure you want to know? The reason I didn't want to say anything was because I knew it would hurt your feelings. But if you really want to know, then I can tell you.
You wanted to spare my feelings by breaking up with me and then running away.
Well, the truth is that there's someone else. And I'm pregnant with their baby right now.
So basically you're leaving me because you're having an affair.
No, it isn't anything like that. This other guy isn't just some random hookup or something. I really love him. Please, you have to understand where I'm coming from with this.
Please tell me that it's April Fool's Day and all of the calendars on all of my devices are just months off.
I know that you might not get it, but it's all new for me too. I mean, it's not like I got pregnant on purpose, but now that I am, I know that I have to marry this man. So please, if you could at least understand that, then maybe we can part ways on good terms.
Good terms? Is that a joke? You tell me that you're cheating on me and that you're pregnant with a child that's not mine, and you want to leave things on good terms. I certainly hope that you didn't think things were just going to end here.
What do you mean? Can't we just part ways and call it that?
Of course not. Our wedding is supposed to be in 2 weeks and you drop this bombshell on me. We need to have some kind of meeting about this. We need to talk with your parents and my parents and whoever this baby daddy of yours is as well.
What does he have to do with any of this? Surely we don't need to involve him.
What do you mean, what does he have to do with this? He's at the center of the whole thing. Of course we're going to involve him.
But I haven't even told anyone else that I'm pregnant yet.
Well, you're going to soon, weren't you?
Maybe? I don't know, okay? There's a lot going on here.
I can't believe this. Well, who is this guy? Can you at least tell me that?
I'm sorry, but I really can't. I don't want him to get bothered by any of this.
We are way past that point now. You are literally pregnant. You don't want to bother him, but you'll go and do something like this to me.
Look, I just can't tell you who he is, okay? You're not going to change my mind, and if you're going to be a jerk, then I'm just going to leave.
How am I the bad guy here? You've got to be kidding me.
Yo, Sam, long time no talk. How have you been, man? Actually, I'm messaging you because I wanted to ask you something.
Oh, wow. Nick. How's it going, man? I think the last time that I saw you was at the class reunion that we had last year.
I know, man, super crazy. But anyways, I guess I'll just cut to what I wanted to ask you. Do you happen to know a girl named Tanya? I think she might be your fiancée, is that right?
Well, the thing about that is that we actually called off our engagement yesterday after a fight.
So, you two aren't engaged anymore then?
That's right. We talked yesterday morning, and ever since then I haven't heard at all from her. I tried calling her parents and asking for a little help, but they didn't know where she was either. So I haven't spoken to her since we broke up.
Oh, I see. Wow, that's a lot, man.
Don't tell me that you know where she is right now, and that's why you're reaching out.
I don't know where she is right now, no. But earlier today, she was ringing my doorbell nonstop.
Wait, why? I don't understand.
I think that she might have me confused with someone else, actually.
Oh, really? She thinks that you're someone else?
Yeah, I think that she has some old friend who happens to have the same first and last name as me, and I guess we must have some other similarities. I think I know the guy she's talking about since we all went to the same school together. But he moved away when we were just in 3rd grade. And I haven't heard from him since. But then about 3 months ago, I was at a bar and Tanya comes up to me talking about how long it's been. She kind of just talked to me and didn't give me a chance to say anything, but it didn't take long for me to figure out that she had me confused for someone else.
So I guess you must look like this guy, or at least how Tanya thinks that this guy must look.
It's gotta be something like that, yeah.
So then you and Tanya got to talking a little bit.
Yeah, we talked about, but she was really, really drunk, and I don't think she got that I wasn't the guy she thought I was. I actually had to get back home to my wife right around then, so after Tanya passed out at the bar, I snuck out and left. I hadn't seen or heard from Tanya since then.
Until the other day when she shows up ringing your doorbell, right?
Exactly, and not just that, but she was saying something about how she was pregnant with my kid.
Did she really say that to you? That's actually very interesting.
It was crazy. I didn't think anything of it, really. After all, I know that I've already talked to you about my, slow swimmers and how I can't have children, so I knew that she couldn't have been telling the truth. And anyways, I just wanted to let you know that this happened before you heard it from anyone else.
I see. This really clears up a bunch of things, but also just raises more questions.
I really hope that you can believe me, man.
Of course I do. I mean, I know that you wouldn't do anything like that to me.
I'm really glad to hear that. I was worried that you would hear about this before I had a chance to explain what really happened.
For sure. I completely understand. Thanks again for the tip. Do you think that if I staked out your place that I might see Tanya show up there again at some point?
She seemed pretty adamant about trying to talk to me when she showed up outside the first time. I have no idea when she might show up next, but just looking through my door cam, she's already showed up multiple times this week.
Got it. This is all really good to know. I'll talk to her parents and we'll figure something out. I'm sorry that you got sucked into this, but I appreciate you coming to me about it.
For sure, man. If I can ask one thing, let you get her out of my hair first.
Of course, man.
Hey, Sam, are you there? Tanya just showed up to my place and she's ringing my doorbell right now.
I know. I'm parked across the street, watching her right now.
You think it's fine if I just keep pretending that no one is home? I don't want to answer the door!
Of course. It would be better that way, actually. But don't answer that door whatever you do. Tanya's parents are on their way to get her right now. I just hope she waits there until then.
Got it. Alright, I'm counting on you, man.
Sam, what is the matter with you? How could you go and tell on me to my parents, huh? And why did you tear me away from Nick? How could you do this to me? I love him. He's the love of my life, and you can't keep us apart forever.
The love of your life. Are you kidding me right now? First of all, the Nick that lives in that apartment is married.
Wait, what do you mean?
I mean that the Nick whose apartment you showed up to is not your old childhood friend, Nick.
But I don't get it.
I looked into just what was going on here, and I discovered that old high school yearbook that I thought I had lost in your room. It had the names of all the students, and Nick was in there as well. I also found the New Year's card that you sent me that had his address on it. Did you really steal that from me?
Why were you going through my stuff?
I didn't go through it, actually. It was your parents that did. When I told them that you were breaking off our engagement, they agreed to do some digging around to help me understand why. And worst of all, they found the photos that you had taped together of you and Nick. It's like something out of a stalker movie or something like that.
You mean that they even found that?
They did. That wasn't all that they shared with me. They told me that you never had any old friend named Nick. So basically you pretended like you had a friend with the same name, acted like you were at the bar that Nick was by chance, and were going to try and get him drunk and seduce him. Not only that, but now you're showing up outside his house trying to convince him that you're pregnant with his kid.
Well, I guess since the cat is out of the bag, there's really no point in trying to keep this a secret anymore. It's just as you say, Sam. But so what? The fact of the matter is that Nick and I did go home together and we did have sex, and I am pregnant with his kid.
I'm sorry to say, but the father of your child is not Nick.
What do you mean? What makes you say that?
Well, I went to the bar that you found Nick at and asked the bartender that day if he remembered you. He said that some other guy took Nick's seat as soon as he left for the night. And that's when you woke up. You just started talking to him as if nothing had happened. Before long, the two of you were walking out of the bar together.
What are you talking about? That can't be right.
It is. And whoever this mystery guy was, he's the real father of your child.
But No! No!
Nick needed to go home early that night and waited for you to get so drunk that you passed out at the bar before he could leave. He spent the night on his own. Him and even his wife can confirm his alibi.
You mean he spent the night with his wife?
That's right. And meanwhile, you drunkenly went home with some guy who you thought was Nick.
I don't know what to say. This is all so much to take in.
You even have pictures of it, you know, on your phone.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that one. Your phone. You have photos taken from that night in what I can only assume is some motel or something. You can't see the man's face, but just by looking at the body, it's clear that he's not Nick at all.
Well then who did I sleep with that night?
Why are you asking me that? I mean, why do you think that I would know who the random guy that picked you up at a bar was? Don't ask me.
So it really was just some random guy?
That's right. So quit bothering Nick with all of this nonsense. We know all about your plan to try and honeypot Nick into getting you pregnant. But the fact is that he's married and he was never going to betray his wife.
No! This can't be happening! I've been visiting his house every day!
Oh, I know. Always screaming about how the two of you are going to get married when you have the kid.
I haven't seen a woman come in or out of that place ever!
That's because she's been away on a business trip for a while now.
Are you kidding me right now?
Nope. I've met his wife and can show you all the proof you need, if you want.
I don't want to see any of this! This can't be happening to me!
Well, that's basically all that I had to say to you.
What do you mean? That's it?
That's right. If you need to say anything else, you have to go through a lawyer.
A lawyer? What do you mean by that? We don't need to involve lawyers in any of this, right?
What do you mean? You broke off our engagement because you cheated on me. I can sue you for that.
But it wasn't...
Yep, you read that right. And I am going to make sure that I get every penny that I had put into our wedding plan back from you.
You can't really expect me to pay for all of that, can you?
I'm well within my right to. Thank you very much.
But I didn't even sleep with Nick, and I was just lying about being pregnant, too. Can't we just pretend like none of this ever happened?
The fact of the matter is that you still cheated on me.
But I didn't even sleep with the right guy! This isn't fair!
I don't care who you slept with, it doesn't change the fact that you did it.
But I only ever did it once.
And that's all it takes in the eyes of the law for me to punish you for it.
Please, no! You can't do this to me! You have to take me back! I'm begging you! Sam, please! You can't do this to me!
Tanya wouldn't stop messaging me after that, so I asked her parents if they wouldn't mind taking her phone away from her. In the meantime, I talked with a lawyer, and soon the legal proceedings were underway. Through it all, I made Tanya pay for emotional damages. The money we had put into wedding plans, and their cancellation fees as well. In the end, she owed me some $60,000. She had no choice but to start taking on as many jobs as she could handle to try and pay down her debt. Meanwhile, I packed my bags and moved back to live with my parents for a little bit, and reset. As for Nick, his wife finally came back and was shocked to learn about the whole affair. When Tanya finally got her phone back from her parents, they had deleted my contact information, and it was like I had vanished without a trace as far as Tanya was concerned. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a